What is up, guys? Today I'm going to be reviewing the iPhone 5s case, which was released alongside the iPhone 5s, and it's also compatible with the iPhone 5 in case you're wondering, since both are basically the same. There hasn't been a lot of cosmetic changes to the 5s, so let's get to it. So first thing I want to talk about is design. Coming from Apple, we should really expect the highest product quality, and Apple chose to go with leather, providing 6 different color choices: brown, beige, black, yellow, blue, and the one I got and goes nicely with my black iPhone 5, which is red. Also, one thing to warn about this case that Apple informs that the leather may change, the appearance of the leather may change over time, but that really depends on your usage. At least for me, it has still maintained, it's still shining. Of course, I just used it for 1 week, it's still new, but apparently you can clean it off easily. But remember that leather does get old, so that will affect the look of the leather over time. Since the iPhone 5s and iPhone 5 have basically the same design, these cases are compatible with both models, just in case you're wondering. The case seems to be a bit bulky and fat in videos, so I was actually surprised by how thin and perfectly fit it is on the iPhone, which are essentials for me. The case has some smooth microfiber material in the case inside of it that should prevent dust from scratching your phone, basically serving as a soft pillow to the dust. The case being perfectly fit and tight shouldn't really let any dust pass anyway, which is a problem with many cases, and especially transparent ones. You can actually notice the dust just sliding inside the case. But this one, at least in my case, has sealed the phone pretty nicely and tight, so no dust has gone in there. All this results in a really solid case that doesn't really flex much. The solidness allows the case to have an elegant look on the iPhone, and is the only one until today that I actually enjoy having on my iPhone. As it's solid, it makes the iPhone and case seem integrated. In terms of protection, we've talked about dust protection, but the biggest problem are cosmetic damage, such as scratches, that the case should really protect from. And I gotta say that it does a nice job with usual drops and appears pretty tough. An edge on the front of the device is included, which allows you to place your screen down on the table without worrying about damaging it, as it doesn't make contact with the surface. Although it still looks flush until you look at it from an angle, so you still got that perfectly beautiful front look on your iPhone. More to the accessible side of things, the camera cutout is existent on the back that annoyingly still allows dust in, but not much you can do about that because every case is basically like that. What I have to admit is that I'm pretty disappointed with how Apple decided to handle the access to the buttons. As usual, the silent button is exposed, but Apple decided to put covers over the others. While I have no complaints about the volume button, the power on and off is quite hard to operate. You can't feel the button, nor can you hear the clicking sound, so half of the time you're not really sure if you press it or not, and I think that Apple could have done a much better job. Maybe like put the buttons that they have with the bumper for the iPhone 4 and kind of have that design going for this, but they decided to make a more flush design, which didn't really result in the best buttons possible. Now, going lower in the case to make way for a larger 3.5mm headphone jack, 2 microphone holes were compromised, although it probably won't have noticeable impact in your use, but it's just something to bear in mind. A bigger issue for me is that the case doesn't support some larger third-party lightning connectors. Like, for example, I have an Amazon Basics lightning cable, and it is too large to fit through the bumper hole, which is quite annoying. Out of these things, the thing that bothers me the most, and the thing that is just usual with Apple products, is how expensive this is. It's £35, which is just unnecessary. Give that you have paid already $500 for the iPhone, but it's not really a surprise since it's Apple. But you can pay for much better and higher protection cases for this price. But I confess it really looks nice with my red iPhone accessory, and goes along with my product red theme, and the fact that a certain portion of the money that you pay will help research an HIV or /AIDS cure really motivates you to get the product red, and helping these kind of charities is always a good thing. So red is my favorite, and I think goes probably well with the black iPhone, but I also suggest checking out the black choice. Although it looks a little bit bold and just is a discreet color, it does look really nicely. So if you're looking for a discreet color, black does look really nicely with your iPhone. So overall, I really enjoy having this case on my iPhone without urges to remove it and just fill my iPhone nakedly. It feels really nice and perfect, but the price is really too high just for a case, especially one that doesn't provide the biggest protection you can get for that price. So I wouldn't suggest this unless you've got the money and you rarely drop your phone and just want to protect it from everyday damage, and that's fine. But for adventurers, and you can get much better case for this money, but if you really like a flush case like this and perfectly designed for your iPhone, that is a good choice. So thank you a lot for watching. Be sure to check out our channel for more, and if you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe. Also check out our TechSnackles official Facebook page, Twitter and Google Plus page, and by liking or following or plus one-ing one of these pages, or basically liking Facebook and following Twitter and plus one-ing Google Plus, you'll enter our list for future giveaways, so the sooner the better. So see you all in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed this review and it was useful. Thank you.